Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is one of the most demanded games for a remaster on Nintendo Switch. Now, I am sad to say I do think we have seen that ship sail and we won't see Twilight Princess remastered for the Nintendo Switch. At least not the first Switch. I feel like there's a high likelihood we could see this game remastered for the Switch too, as Nintendo will need a big name title to draw in fans alongside Mario Kart 9 at the launch of the platform. Now, do I feel like this is going to happen like immediately? I feel like Nintendo will need to do something. They will need to do something, and we all know the next Zelda game is probably years away. Now, there is talk that they might remaster Breath of the Wild, but if they're going to make the games backwards compatible with Switch 2, then really, why would you want Breath of the Wild remastered again, you know? And then you also have to factor in the fact that we have seen quite a few Wii games, because remember, Twilight Princess is a Wii game, like Donkey Kong Country Returns, but also, more interestingly, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword get remastered for the Switch. Now, I'm no expert, but I feel like since these games have been remastered for the Switch, I think it's likely that means Twilight Princess, which is another Wii game, could likely get a remaster for Switch 2. Now, my basis for this is just obviously, you know, the fact that Skyward Sword has had a remaster, and I know Twilight Princess had a remaster for the Wii U, but that game was never ported over. You know, that HD remaster was never ported over, and I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense to bring Twilight Princess to Switch 2, so you can have a Zelda game there near around launch time, and it be a game that is in very much demand, that people have been asking for, and Nintendo has just basically ignored the demands for. Now, whether or not Nintendo does it and has the foresight to actually make the game available, we don't know. We don't know if Nintendo will actually do it. But I feel like it'd be a silly idea not to do it, because obviously, think about it. Twilight Princess is one of the most demanded games for a remaster and for a port on Switch 2. You know, likewise, Wind Waker's also in that camp. I've made a whole video about Wind Waker as well. But I feel like Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, this one, it just makes sense, you know? It's also better, in my opinion, to remaster the Wii games for Switch, because obviously the Switch has the extra controls and the Joy-Cons, so they can function as Wii remotes as well. But I also feel like Twilight Princess just makes a lot of sense, just based on the popularity of the game, the demand for it to come to Switch 1, you know, and Nintendo needing a high-profile game to be on Switch 2 alongside Mario Kart, because, yeah, Mario Kart's like a more general audience game, but not everyone likes Mario Kart, and for the more die-hard fans of certain franchises, well, we've heard rumours of a 3D Mario, but there's not really been many rumours about Zelda, besides there being a remake, and people speculating a remake with Breath of the Wild. I hope it's not, because realistically, Breath of the Wild is one of the best-selling games on the Switch, and I'd rather they just leave it there, and they make a new game, a new Zelda for Switch 2. It won't be a remaster of a previous game, I don't mind, but I feel like the Switch generation of Zelda games and Mario games and whatever, because of how successful they were, they don't need to be remastered. Now, with and also the fact that the Switch 2 is supposed to have backwards compatibility, which also throws a wrench in that plan, because obviously, if the game is backwards compatible, why would you remaster them? And also, if you could have made them backwards compatible and saved people a lot of money, why would you remaster them, besides being greedy? So realistically, Nintendo would lose if they didn't do a remaster. Or Nintendo would lose if they did do a remaster of like a Zelda game on the Switch for Switch 2. But anyway, I feel like this is the one that makes a lot of sense. I feel like they need to do this, and I really think that this could actually help benefit Nintendo as well in the long run, largely because obviously it shows the fans that, hey, if we demand something, they will listen. And people won't be demanding silly things. They'll be demanding like, oh, can you get this game remastered? Because Wii and the GameCube games, in my opinion, are still too recent to be put on Switch Online. I feel like they just should get remasters and remakes for Switch and Switch 2, obviously. But let me know what you guys think. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I've been EC, and I'm signing out. Peace.